I was on Twitter when I saw a post saying, would you switch to Hytale? And it was mostly received negatively. The usual comments, Hytale is a ripoff, Minecraft for life. But then some comments got me thinking. Here's the example. Predicting that Hytale will have an identical lifespan to Palworld, where it sells like crazy on release, is the talk of the town for 2 weeks and then everyone moves on without looking back. And here's another one. Hytale is gonna die and stop receiving updates so quickly. It's a game that's trying to beat everything in Minecraft. It will die in Steam libraries just like Palworld did. And I did some thinking, and you know what? Hytale does have some base similarities with Palworld, but will the story end the same? Palworld was created out of a need for innovation. I played Pokemon ever since Omega Ruby and loved it. Then I played Sun and I realized it's the same game again, but it looks better, I guess. Palworld's main gimmick. You know what would be funny if the Pokemon had guns? So Palworld was created a half meme and half what Pokemon's been missing. And everyone agreed,
That's what we've been waiting for!
So everyone played the game for months, then no one really talks about it now. Well, it's still talked about more than Hytale, because it has a release game. But still, what happened? It's argued upon if the love was there in the first place or it was a soulless cash grab. Of course, every game that bears a passing resemblance to the game it's based on is gonna get the ripoff treatment. Even Terraria still gets that to some degree. But if Hytale was just another Palworld or ripoff, wouldn't it have been released already? Like, soon after the trailer? Because people who just want to make a ripoff don't see 20 million views and take 6 years to make their ripoff succeed, to the point where half of the comments on said post are based off of glance knowledge and what's Hytale, and 6-year-olds on Twitter who probably call Terraria a ripoff of Minecraft. But the problem with Palworld is that it has no further substance to give past a sandbox Pokemon game with guns. Whereas a story, what Hytale is doing right now is making sure the lore makes sense. In Palworld, you're told to beat the 5 towers, you go to them, and then you kill them, and then you win. Mechanically, Palworld is sound, but there's nothing past the mechanics. They were so focused on succeeding where Pokemon fails mechanic-wise, they didn't think to even make a grand story, which is the one department Pokemon at least barely succeeds in. The journey, the badges, the friends you meet. Where's my rival? Who are the gym leaders? Is there a story past I played it? They were so busy with the mechanics, they failed to set up interesting groundwork for a story. Why should I start playing Palworld again? I finished the game. Oh, they're gonna add some new islands and more pals? Cool, so do I just catch the pals and that's it? Meanwhile, Hytale is almost too focused on world building. That's why the game's been taking so long. They want to make sure everything in Hytale makes sense. Who are the characters we get attached to? Well, the factions. And your in-game relationship and quests you'll do with them. What's the main story? We already know Varen is the villain. Who's Palworld's villain? Nobody? The gym leaders? Pokemon at least told us about who these gym leaders are before even meeting them. And when we do meet them after we defeat them, we learn more about them. In Palworld, it's just animation, a fight, then you win. The end. Who were they? What were they about? What was their personality? I don't know. I can't exactly say yet who the main characters are in Hytale, or even what the story is beyond Varen is the bad guy corrupting the world of Orbis. But you're saying Minecraft doesn't have any of that either. That's because that's not what Minecraft is trying to be. Minecraft is a sandbox game where you just enjoy life. There's a few bosses you can defeat if you want, but there's so much to do outside of survival mode. Oh, that reminds me. Hytale and Palworld may have similar upbringings, with their developers wanting to do something that the base game doesn't, but they're completely different games that shouldn't even be talked about together. Palworld is an RPG sandbox about catching pals in a sandbox world. Hytale is a sandbox game with RPG elements, and much like Minecraft, the main campaign of Hytale is an option, and only a fraction of what the whole game is about. On Hytale's About page, it is stated that Hytale combines the scope of a sandbox with the depths of a role-playing game, immersing players in procedurally generated world where teetering towers and deep dungeons promise rich rewards. Hytale supports everything from block-by-block construction to scripting and minigame creation, delivering useful and easy-to-use and powerful tools. Hytale is more focused on being a tool for creativity than a simple game, much like Minecraft and Gary's mod. Hytale is a platform to make your own game. Mini-games, mods, creator tools. The main campaign of Hytale is more like the base game of Half-Life and giving you the freedom of modding, like Gary's mod, while also wanting their own Hypixel-like server inside, and welcomes others to make their own story mode servers, minigames, mods, and mechanics. Palworld only offered a base game on where another game failed, but failed to even consider the community beyond more pals, bigger battles, and islands, and pal mechanics. Where's the Pal Maker program? Maybe other people want to create their own Pokemon adventure using the pals for a base template for their game, creating their own NPC rivals, bosses, villains story. That's where Palworld failed, and should not be in the same boat as Hytale. But there's nothing I can do or say to get people to stop putting them in the same boat, calling Hytale a Minecraft ripoff. Perhaps the game will just speak for itself when it releases. But I know deep down that 12-year-olds are 100% gonna send threats on how Hytale is trying to poison Minecrafters, acting like some sort of Minecraft cultist. It's inevitable.